Hello, Leo. I am Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do your general Lenormand card reading. We start with no presets. We just see where the cards lead us, but mostly very fast. The cards give us a certain direction in which way your life is going for the month to come. So it will require some of your attention because this is not a short card reading. So if you're looking for a short card reading, this is not the one. If you are looking for a lot of details for the month to come, this is the right place where you have come. So I will try to give you a lot of details, a lot of information. We will just start with it. So here we go, Leo, for your card reading for the month of April. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your Lenormand card reading for the month of April 2021. Sorry, 2022, that is. We will start with the vertical lines here. The first vertical line, so we have the past, now and the future. This is the very close past that we are seeing here. So we start with that one. The first card that we see here is the letter, but maybe I will explain first the important cards because this is the first card in your portrait. This is the most important card. The letter here, it tells us on the first card of your portrait, this is actually representing you or things that are close to you. This is about, it could be that you're applying for a job, or we see this later on, but this is an important document here that we are seeing here. It's possible that you apply for jobs, applications, make certain requests, make requests for certain important documents. It's possible also with this card you seek the answers towards your religion. This is what we are seeing here. Probably we are this news that we are or wanting to receive or hoping to receive is very important to us because we have the bear next to us. So it means we have high hopes of that news and the child is next to it. So for starting something new, this is what we are seeing here. As the middle card of the portrait here, this is the cross. The cross is not an easy card for having, but it's also the card of fate, and fate, both of them. So here, the positive side of this card is there is a kind of divine protection upon us. There's a kind of guidance. It's possible that we are looking for guidance or we are in the need of guidance, but it tells us also that we need to be patient and aware. Sometimes it points to introspection, that we need to go inside ourselves here. Probably we need to let go of certain things in our life because we have to sit next to it. So some changes are coming here. But it's important here that we trust with this card our intuition. It's very important to do so. Even if the odds are not in our favor, we should have trusting in the matter, the positive things that are about to come. Sometimes this card also, it helps us to give objective insights. So we need to see things from several angles. This is what we are seeing here. But focus also on our thoughts is very important here that we do so. It's possible that we need to make certain decisions that are burdensome for us. The cross sometimes also it brings burdens. It brings responsibilities and burdens. And it's possible that you need to make certain decisions about that. It's possible that you need to pick yourself up and move in a certain direction. Maybe you already felt this is coming and you know you need to change direction in certain parts of your life here. Anyway, if you have certain principles where you refuse to deviate of, this can sometimes be a good thing also to hold on to certain principles. But here we see also authenticity is required. Normally, Leo, they are very authentic. They are representing the sun. So they have some strong ego here and authenticity here that they need to follow. They need to follow their own path here. And you will feel this strongly here, but it points also to pains, burdens may be related to decisions that we are taking here with this card. Here also with this card, certain responsibilities you will take upon you and others you will refuse. So you will be a little bit here in the double here. Responsibilities come to you, will say, yes, I take this upon me, and others you will say, no, I will not. So this is what we are seeing here. We will take certain decisions. Now we go in the vertical lines. As your first card here, we already saw the letter. We have the bouquet and the clouds. Here with the letter and the bouquet, it means that we receive an invitation for somebody. Maybe we like the invitation that we are seeing here. Probably we have a wish for something, and this is an invitation for something that we longed for, that we wished for. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we are very grateful, that we are thankful for this invitation that we are receiving here. Also, we ourselves, we might, even though we don't have an easy time, we might have positive vibes around us or blessings that are around us. But mostly in general, it points that we are grateful to people around us. We communicate gratitude. We are communicating a lot in our social circles. There are a lot of invitations also that we are seeing here with these cards. It's possible also that you receive certain messages. This could be a message from a lover, somebody close to you, or somebody you like. This is what we are seeing here. In any way, this points to positive news that is important for you, that you are receiving here. Sometimes also it points to creativity, that we are very creative. We are receiving news from creativity. This is what we are seeing here, because the flowers is a creative card. It's the card of creativity. We express something, we make something, and it's important for us here that we receive this information. It's possible also that we made something before and we are congratulated with our creative work. This is possible also. Anyway, there will be invites here. This is what we are seeing here. Invites from friends, people around us, people that you know here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also with this combination of cards, we don't want to be rude. We will not be very direct to the people. We will say things in a roundabout way, because we are not in the mood actually for hurting people. There could be like a soft touch here that we are seeing here, because this is the soft touch here that we are seeing here, because this card is ruled by Venus. It's possible also that somebody that you've been in contact before is returning. So maybe this is a person that you've been in contact before, related to your work, related to information, related to certain things, but a person here comes back into your life. Mostly this is a Venus person, so that means this person is quite attractive. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but this person could be quite attractive here or have a lot of artistic abilities. This is what we are seeing here, but we will not be cruel with this card. Then we have the bouquet and the clouds here. There's a lot of optimism here going on here. We feel creative. We should be creative. We are creative. We need to express ourselves in a creative way. So this is all about creations. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we have made something and that we send it to a certain person for our creativity, for showing our creativity, or maybe we send pictures of what we have made. This is what we are seeing here. It's key that you do so here. If you feel a little bit under the weather or a lot of pressure is put upon you, sometimes also it helps to create things, and you will see that your mood is changing. It's important that we surround ourselves with positivity. Maybe positivity that we make ourselves. We need to really express ourselves here with these cards here. Anyway, we see here also with this combination of cards, there could be some confusion about our artwork, or maybe sometimes people don't understand really what we are expressing, because it could quite have some depth what we are expressing here. This is what we are seeing here. Some people also might flatter, give you compliments. This is what we are seeing here. And you could be a little bit insecure about these things that overcome you. Sometimes also we ourselves, if people come to us and they give us certain remarks or intentions, we could misunderstand these intentions. So because the clouds, they tend to cloud up, but on the long run, this will go away, because as we go further here, this unclarity will be cleared up. But this was in the near past, or it's still happening now. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also it might be difficult for us for expressing our gratitude. We could have a hard time not knowing well how to express if people do something for us. It's not that we don't want to, but it could be hard for us here to do with these cards. There maybe it's about pride, or maybe you don't really know how to do it. This is what we are seeing here with this. It's like there are some clouds around us and we don't know really how to act and react and compliment, and receiving compliments is also what we are seeing here. Sometimes also we need to be careful here with certain artworks that people understand really well what we have made and what is our intention of it. Or maybe it might be difficult for you to explain what you have really made. Then we have the bear, the cross, and the tower. The bear and the cross here, it gives us a very strong force, a very strong it's something very strong is upon us. It's possible that this is a very strong expression from ourselves, and that we express this in art. But it also could be that we are carrying literally a cross, and this cross could be very heavy. But maybe we can express this in our artwork, and that might be what people not really understanding. But you will, if you want to have a deeper understanding, maybe you need to tap into your faith, because it could overwhelm you in certain moments. If you are responsible for certain people in your life, there could be put a lot of responsibilities put upon your shoulders. They will not be easy, those responsibilities. And as I said earlier, some you will accept and some you will not. This is what we are seeing here. If you want to release it, sometimes meditation, religion, spirituality can help you for carrying these burdens. It's possible also that you don't want to be in a leading position, but somehow there is no choice. You're the only option, and you need to take the lead in some areas of your life. It's like here, suddenly there's a big expansion of our responsibility, of our leadership. So if you're looking for leadership, this is an ideal combination that you're having. If you're not looking for it, well, you will have it here. So you will have responsibilities here, and sometimes they will not be easy. It's like here, we are destined to be a leader, and we think in ourselves, why am I the choice for all this? Well, the cross, sometimes it's destined to be, it's your time, you can carry it, because mostly the cross, it don't come before its time. So if we get these responsibilities, it's the time. This is what the only thing what the cards telling us. But it, of course, we will be confronted with some trials, some challenges here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We could literally be the suffering leader, the suffering boss. This is what we are seeing here. We could be in a power position, and we might want get out, but we cannot. It's like we want to escape, but there's no route for escaping. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also we could, because of this stress, we might maybe eating more here. This is what we are seeing here. Our lifestyle could cause us pain. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here, it's like we are tested sometimes. We have the tower here. We are tested here. These are 2 times tests. These are 2 testing cards. And it's like we are tested here, how strong our leadership abilities are. And because we are obligated to stay in it, it could make us angry. So meditation could relax you. It's like we are forced in a position, we want to get out, we cannot, and it makes us angry. This is what we are seeing here. Because we have really a heavy load to carry, this is what we are seeing here. For some people also, it could mean that their partner is putting a lot of stress on them. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you need to provide for your children. You're not in the mood, but you have no choice. And it gives really a burden on you. It's like a life task that we need to take on here. If you are a parent and you see it in a different perspective, because there are 2 sides, it could be that you take your parenthood tasks very serious. This is what we are seeing here. It's like, for some people, they will see this as their ultimate life task. So this is what we are seeing here also. It's possible also that it's very difficult also for others to negotiate with us. We could have a very dogmatic point of view, which is not necessarily bad, but for others, we will not change our mind easy. And especially with Leo, they mostly have some leadership abilities naturally into them, even though some are shy, but it doesn't mean you don't have leadership abilities. And for some of you, it will not be easy that this is put upon you. Anyway, what we see next here, it's also could be that a man is important in your life, or certain men are important in your life. Then we have the cross and the tower. We become spiritual, more aware. Maybe you know this is your this is something that can release you or relieve you. For some people also, if they meditate, if they pray, if they are close to their religion, it's like they are receiving a certain enlightenment almost here that we are seeing here. But it's almost sure that you will engage in spiritual or religious practices because of the problems that you're facing. This is what we are seeing. Sometimes also it tells us that we are not always willing to share our problems. Sometimes we want to carry our burdens alone, because the tower is alone. He likes to take some distance, take the bigger picture, look at it from a distance, even from their own problems. The tower has the ability to take a step back and look at their own problems. And this is probably what you will do here. But it doesn't mean because you're suffering, it also creates some loneliness. It's possible that if you are able to travel, for some reason, you visit the capital of your religion, whatever that may be, whatever your religion may into, whatever your spirituality may be. Here, you visit the capital or a very important place related to your religion or your spirituality. It's possible that you think about that. For instance, you visit Mecca, you visit Vatican City, anything that is related to your spirituality here. It depends all on your religion that you have. Then what do we see more here? Sometimes also, excuse me, we could be hurt because somebody made themselves unavailable for us. In a way also, if there are some connections with the government and we need to have some contacts with the government, it's possible that the governments or institutions are making our life more difficult. It's like they're testing. So if you would have a government job, it's possible that trials are put upon you, or you get suddenly you have more responsibilities and you didn't want to take, you didn't reach for those responsibilities from the government, but suddenly they are there and you have no choice. So there could be several reasons because of that. And it's possible because we have more responsibilities, we isolate ourselves because things are difficult here. You could really experience this as a form of suffering here. This is what we are seeing here. And you will take distance also from people with this combination. In another way, if you are very spiritual for yourself, it's possible also that you help other people out. For instance, if you are in church or in a religious or in a spiritual community, it's possible that you pray more, that you worship more, that you meditate more. For other people, it could mean that they help others. For instance, if you still have the time and they go, for instance, for releasing others' pain. For instance, you visit a jail and you help the people there for carrying their suffering. And this might help you. It could give you a different perspective on your own problems. This is what we are saying here with these cards. Then we go in the third vertical line. We have the child, the sit, and the garden. Here we see that something that you didn't expect is about to begin. But it's positive because the last line is very positive. So here you are confronted with something in your life that suddenly begins. It might be a project that you're already. Mostly the tower, he makes a plan. So it's possible that you made a plan, an important plan. This could represent a plan also. And now you're able to suddenly execute this plan or launch a project. It could turn out good or problematic, but I think here, if the project is related to public service, because this is public service, it has a very good chance of succeeding. because this is the garden, this is the public. If we start the project for the good of the people here, related somehow to the government, but in a positive way, we could succeed with this project here. This is what we are seeing here. With this combination also, we need to see that if we have children, there could be a little bit, they could be very active, our children, and we need to see that they are safe. Maybe they are very active, they're always busy, busy, busy. And if you see that they go in a certain level of energy, you might need to hold them. This is what we are seeing here. Also, you need to make sure here that your children keep safe, because they might harm themselves because they have a lot of energy. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. So be careful that they are not overactive. I don't say you need to lock them up in their bedroom, but you need to guide them a little bit here. This is what we are seeing here, because the child on itself, it could have a very strong will. It could be very decisive. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. It could be that they hurt themselves. For instance, they start a new sports and they hurt themselves because they are inexperienced. This is what we are seeing here also with this card. And also you will notice that they grow up very fast here. This is what we are seeing here. But we need to be careful here. They don't hurt themselves in sports or whatever it is that they are doing. Then we have the sit and the garden here. It's possible here that we go out for a certain reason, and this outing don't end up in the way that we expected it. So let's assume you attend something for the public. Maybe the government, I'm just giving an example here. The government organized something for informing the public, the general public, for information. And the messages that are explained there, or the information that is given there, people that are there are disagreeing with the information. And you could be one of those people. So there could be some trouble there. Suddenly this meeting could be interrupted because the people disagree, and there come quarrels. So you're there, the speaker, the public speaker there, he makes his statement, and the people start to argue with the person in charge there, or maybe with each other. And this public involvement, it suddenly ends, or it don't go very well. This is what we are seeing here with this. This could really end up in sometimes in a violent thing. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe something there is explained for the best for everybody, but it might not be the best for everybody. So the people agree there will be a group that will be agreeing, and the other group will not agree. And that this could lead to a conflict. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. In another way, this could be here that when you're at a party, for instance, there is something happening there, maybe an accident at a party here. This is what we are seeing here. This is then the more simple explanation here with this combination. If you are there and you are unwilling to participate, it's possible here that you shut out, that you go out there, and that you discontinue here the combination with this group. It's possible that you have the feeling you don't fit there anymore, and you go in a different direction. It's possible that the things explained there, according to some people, maybe according to you, are too harsh, and you could find it criminal. The things that are explained there, you think this is not the best for everybody, this is not what it's supposed to be, and you think this is too harsh, and you break away from this. This is what we are seeing here, because you think maybe what is explained there, it's not efficient, it's not working. This is what, but maybe the speaker, he says this is working, but like half of the people know it's not working. So this is what we are seeing here with this combination. This could be related maybe to health situation for the public. This is what we are seeing here, and a lot of people disagree, and another group here agrees with it. So it could come to a conflict. That is what we are seeing here. And then we're gonna go in the horizontal lines now. But we will start with mirroring the corners here. So we will mirror the letter and the child. It tells us here that probably there will be an happy news coming to us. This news that we are receiving, probably it's related to the creativity, is very important for us. It will be important news. It could have a certain turn in your life that we are seeing here. This news that you are receiving could also involve your child if you have one. If it's not involving your child, it will be involving your creativity, because the child, we have the card of creativity. For instance, if you have no children, this is about a project. So it can go both ways. It's important news from a child, or important news from a project that you are initiating here. The conversations could be, the way the conversations go could be a little bit innocent. You are innocent with it, or the other person is innocent with it. This is what we are seeing here. If you long for a long time for a pregnancy, this is possible. Also, this could be news from a pregnancy, positive or negative, if you waited for that. But because the news is important, the letter is an important news that we are receiving. Anyway, there will be also communication with the child, receiving child news. In a simple way, this is a birth certificate, but also birth certificate, it can also mean that it's an information, a birth of a project. So here there are several possibilities here, depending on your personal point of view. But sometimes the communication could be quite serious. The bear is a serious card. He has a lot of strength, so there could be some pressure here in the conversation. This is what we are seeing here, like stand your territory. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, the communication here about this topic, or with this topic, or with this child, is increasing, because the bear tends to expand everything. So here, if you have a project going on, the communication about this project will expand. If you have children, the communication with your children will expand. This is what we are seeing here. This might be new for you. For instance, for making something simple, this could be a child that is expressing his first words. So we know this is gonna go, and this child maybe be very easy to talk. This is something also. And on the creative field, it's the same here. So you can make the connections here yourself. Also, if people tell us something, we will be curious about hearing their point of view. This is what we are seeing here, but mostly it expresses documents to us here. It's possible also, if you are in a new project, and they ask you, do you have experience in that? That you say, no, I don't have. You're quite honest about it. Here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we're gonna go mirror the bottom cards here. We have the clouds and the garden. As I mentioned earlier here, this is again about this conflict, that you're maybe, there will be tension. So we get the same combination here of possible. Also with this cards, we need to be careful here about gossip. Sometimes we could be confronted with a gossip. If you have the feeling they're gonna be gossip about you, maybe it's not a good thing to gather or associate with these people. You could end up in something deceptive that is not what it looked like, or you think it might end up in a good way, but it might not. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see literally, for instance, the tower is the government. Let's say it's the government, or it's your boss, or it's the CEO, or you work somewhere. This is the top of the food chain, your boss, the people in charge. And something is shared there, but you know what is shared there is not truth. You know it's lied. And this could be the start of the discussion, because you hear lies are exposed, or you perceive them as lies. This is what we are seeing here. So be careful here with this combination. Sometimes also this is about politicians who introduce or who express lies. This is also what we are seeing here. Politicians, sometimes we know they are there for themselves. They have their self-esteem. They are there for a reason. They have a reason for being re-elected. I'm not generalizing. I'm not generalizing all politicians, but we also need to be aware that not all politicians are honest. Some of them have a hidden agenda. So here we see it's possible. This is the hiding. The clouds hide. So they cover up something. And here we see that we could have politicians here with a hidden agenda that share something with the public that the public disagrees with. And you could be one of these people that disagrees with it. And this could disturb the public in general. There could be some things happening here. Because the people have the feeling, and maybe you also have the feeling, that you're lied to. And here we see that there could be certain issues and certain circumstances. This is really a bad weather situation with these people. There is bad weather. There's a storm coming for these people. This is what we are seeing here. Or these people are causing a storm. They're causing bad weather. But as I said, I don't generalize all politicians, but since we have the card here of covering up, hiding, this is the government, people who are in charge, people who lead us, there are lies here, there are lies. So anyway, if you go in such a thing here, be careful here if you do so with this combination. People might pretend that they are friends, but when you are there, they might have a totally different point of view. It's possible also that you avoid people with a lot of rooms with a lot of people. This is what we are seeing here. And if you doubt up front, this whole thing will be for you. You should consider if you really go there. Because maybe you think, I'm just gonna observe there, but sometimes it could be difficult to hold back. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's like, here we are confronted, we all have a persona, an ego. And this person there, the public speaker, he announces something, but it's like he's showing a persona, an ego to the public, very different than you meet him off stage. Again, I arrive in the same situation. You see here, there's unclarity here. This is what we are seeing here. So if you think upfront, this whole thing is not for you, it might be better to avoid it. Because maybe afterwards you hear this and that, maybe the things I just explained. Then we go in the horizontal lines here. We have the letter, the bear and the child here. So important news is coming to us. We already said that you get news from somebody in authority regarding your children, regarding a new project. We already saw this here. Could also be financial news that we are receiving here because the letter also, these two cards are money cards. The letter is a document. It can be or something that we can translate in money. For instance, a degree you can translate in money. You have proven that you have done this education, so you have your degree. This degree gives you a job. So it's an important document that gives you financial advancement. This is what we are seeing here, but it could also be an attestation that brings you forward. This is what we are seeing here. But anyway, it's connected to financial news, bonds, value documents. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this is a message that comes to us by a lawyer, because the bear sometimes is a lawyer. So it could be like that. And it's not necessarily bad what we are receiving here, but it's official. This is what we are seeing here. If we feel that we are a little bit overweight, it's possible also that we consider here going to the gym. This is what we are seeing here. This is a total different point of view, but it's possible also. I wanted to mention that also. Anyway, we will see here, we are strongly wishing here that our communication is improving. On another way, if you are a very spiritual person or religious person or something like that, it's like your communication improves with the transcendental world. This is what we are seeing here also. Again, here I come to the prayer, as I said earlier, I would. Then we have the bear and the child here, somebody new in charge. It's possible if you work at a certain place, you get a new boss. For some people, this literally means that the boss is younger. If he's not younger, he comes out of a total different field. And here, like you are for many years in a certain field of work, and this person comes there and he knows nothing about the matter, but still he's the boss. And this could cause problems. He's the one in charge now, but he knows nothing. This is what we are seeing here. This is a younger boss, an inexperienced boss that we could be confronted here, or an authority figure here that we are seeing here. but it doesn't mean that the person don't have a strong personality. He has, but it doesn't mean he has knowledge. That's something totally different. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this could also be inexperience. The person is inexperienced. If this person is willing to learn, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's possible he is the boss and he has no experience. Some burdens are put upon you and you're not in charge, and you need to take certain responsibilities that are actually his or hers to take. This is what we are seeing here also, but it's the boss, so we need to make here considerations here. This could point to an inexperienced manager, an inexperienced boss, an inexperienced people here that coming in charge here. If we are ourselves coming in a new situation, it doesn't mean that we don't have a degree, but maybe the field that we are in is different, and we need to gain more experience here with this combination. Also, with this combination, you see, you will notice that your children are growing up because the bear expands. So here we see that our children are getting more mature. They are willing to take more responsibilities, or you give them more responsibilities here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that a certain teacher is very close to your child. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. It's possible also that you act as a teacher. You are a parent, but also a teacher for your child. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes we need to be careful also that we might see that our child has a very strong personality. And we already saw the energy before, and it's possible that you need to temper their energy in certain areas, or you're confronted with that. This is what we are seeing here. We need to act like a father or a mother here, like a little bit strict. The bear can be very territorial, and maybe you need to set certain boundaries. The bear is a very strong card on the parental front, like he says to the child, this is how far we go, and this is how it stays. This is what we are seeing here with this, but there's a strong protection here towards the children here. Maybe they are in need of guidance. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we are in need of guidance, but it's possible also that's our children also. If you start a new job, you will be the one who need guidance. But as I said here, it goes three ways. I mentioned all the ways it going: boss, you, or the child. This is what we are seeing here with this combination here. It's possible also if the child is in a new education, a new school, they feel overwhelmed. They feel overwhelmed from changes. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe there's something strong that wants to dominate them. This is what we are seeing here with this combination also of cards. Then we go in the second line, that we have the bouquet, the cross, and the sit here. If there were certain issues before in your life, here with this combination, we can forgive and forget. We could be, in certain areas of our life, we are closed off. Like maybe in our work front, we don't allow a lot of emotions. But in another way, we know sometimes we compensate. Then maybe in the home, we are more vulnerable, or it can be reversed. But it's possible that it's like this here. And we are able with this combination here of cards to turn things around and become more kinder. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we're having good faith in ourselves and also in others. If there is negativity around you, you are able here, you have the ability, because this is Venus, and Venus is able to break negative spells. It's possible also with this combination that you had a lot of contact before with women, and the contact with women, no matter of your gender, is gradually getting less. You have less contact with certain women. This is what we are seeing here. But this also is a combination of philanthropy here that we are seeing here, charity. As I mentioned earlier, there could be some things in your life here that you're helping people for helping yourself. There's a luck here also, protected luck that we are seeing here. Sometimes also this points if we expect a certain visitor that they might not show up. Maybe they cannot. Maybe they cannot. Also, this is what we are seeing here. Also certain values in your life, if you have certain values and you're strict about these values, or faiths, or spirituality, they will be tested. Again, I see the same here with this combination. But we ourselves, even though we have a hard time, we will be friendly. We will be friendly. We will act friendly, even though maybe inside we feel different. But we also could be generous here with this combination here. It's possible also that we take responsibility for others, and they have so much worries, even though we have them a lot of worries themselves, and we take the worries of others upon us to help them forget. And it helps us also. By helping others, we are actually helping ourselves. This is what we are seeing here. But we will, even though we are suffering, we will not showing it, because Venus, she hides it. She hides the suffering here. And people will not notice, and they might tell you, oh, you are so strong, you don't know my problems, and you might not go into it, and you just listen and you give advice. And you learn a lot also with this combination of cards. Then we go in the cross and the sit here. Something that is of great importance here could happen to you. There could be, suddenly we are confronted with a shock. Something is happening in our life, and we become aware of that. It's possible also that we feel that is, for some people, they will experience this as a bad karma. It's possible that we made mistakes before, and we are confronted with these mistakes before. It's possible that other people, we have mistreated them, and we are confronted with them. Not necessarily so, but this is a possibility. There is a suffering here that we are seeing here. We suffering due to others or something that we did in the past, but it's possible that others make you suffer also. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of, but there is challenges here. Again, here, there are challenges. It's not necessarily the end of the world, but there will be challenges here. And as I said earlier, for some you will choose, and some you will discontinue here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But what this combination also give on the work front, you are very efficient. So this is like somebody who is burdensome efficient. So like, for instance, you know exactly what to do, how to act, how to react. It's like you're very efficient in the work front. You know everything by heart, you know how it's done, you know what is coming, you know what is going. This is like here with this here. And there's a pressure also. There's a pressure on this efficiency. You're really here. Sometimes this is like we are almost on automatic pilot here in efficiency. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the clouds, the tower, and the garden. Some things, the tower comes back. He comes back in a negative or in a positive way. So things that happened in the past, as we saw earlier, are coming back to us. So it could mean that things that happened in your childhood, that is coming back to you. Maybe things that you are confronted over with your childhood, with your upbringing, with your roots. Here we are confronted with that again. Where we come from, sometimes also it's about our heritage here that we are seeing here. We are confronted with that here. This could also, since the tower is the father, it could also mean that there are problems with authority figures in general. Maybe there is a discussion with the father, a discussion with the authority figure, as we saw earlier, not only in public, but also directly on your person. It's possible that this father figure, he's not feeling well, but still there is a discussion going on. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe the father figure is related to the hospital, or somehow he has health issues. This is what we are seeing here. But again here, as I mentioned earlier, on the, excuse me, on the front with politicians and people in charge, we need to be very careful here, because there's something murky going on here. This is what we are going on. There will be married events going on here. This is what we are going here. There will be conflicts with authorities here. This two cards, this literally means this is confusion and this is government. So you're already half a card reader yourself. So you see, this is conflicts with authorities. Authorities make things confusing for people. This is what we are seeing here. If I would say, if the situation, the lockdown, sometimes also this is a lockdown, locking the people away. This is what we are seeing here, but it will vanish. It will not be possible anymore, because people try to see through clearly. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. People will become wiser. They will become wiser, and they know there is something is going on. Anyway, here what we see here also, we will try to take control over the confusion that is happening over in our life. We will not agree it here with anymore. And we will get tired of public offices, bureaucracy. We are tired of it. This is what we are seeing here. We have, in general, in astrology now, there's a, because I practice also astrology, I'm a student of astrology for a long time already. And we see here with this combination that the government imposes a lot of strength on the people in general. And for the coming months, they will put a lot of pressure on the people. And people, this is the people, they want more liberty. They want more liberty. They want their liberty back. And this is the confusion what I talked about before, and the strictness that people get tired of, and the quarrels that are coming with people. We already see in the media that things are changing. People disagree with certain medications that put upon us. You already know what I mean with the medications that are put upon us, that if you don't take the medication, certain restrictions, we cannot move anymore, we cannot go out, we cannot travel. This is what we are seeing here, and people will start seeing through that. The clouds are clearing up. 1 time medication, 2 times medication, 3 times medication, the tower returns, and the people want no more. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, then we have the tower and the garden. Here we see that this is a place represented by the past. It's some place where we have been before, where we have lived before. Maybe you return to our roots. This is possible also. It's possible that, that you return to a place where you have been working for some time. If you have a job for the government, it's possible that somebody is lacking and you are asked to return to a previous place where you have worked. Let's assume, I just give an example, you work now in a remote area, but before you were in the city. And here it's asked for you because the person there in the remote area, he's sick or something, and you need to return for taking over his position for a while. This is what, or reversed. This is what we are seeing here with this. We need to return for something here. But anyway, later on, this poses also that there is an enhancement of our statement here. Socially, professionally, economically, we could move on if we are in a governmental position here with this combination. If you're a long time in the similar job, in the same job, you're tired of the job is burdensome, and you're burdensome efficient, and you feel that you're grown out here, this combination also tells us maybe it's time to go out of the status quo. This is what we are seeing here. But anyway, you could be confronted here with a place of the past, a work of the past, authority from the past, people from the past. You return to them, and some conflicts are resolved there. Again, here I see the political event here. And this is also this is like a capital where a lot of people are. So here we see the capital, and here we see a lot of people, and there's a confrontation here. It might be near a train station, near a capital, near an airport. This is what we are seeing here. This is an organized event that brings a lot of people out. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, and maybe you're part of it here. You could feel, coming back here also what I mentioned before, you could feel at certain moments that you're not the team player. You don't want to play the game. This is what we are seeing here. You could have a different point of view. And as I said, sometimes it's not a bad thing to hold on to certain beliefs that we have. But sometimes it requires sacrifice. If we have a different opinion, sometimes we withdraw in ourselves. Maybe we don't want to discuss it anymore, as many people, and we are tired of discussing yes, no, no, yes. And this is what we are seeing here. But then we gonna go in the cross now. We still need to do the cross. I just see if I can add something more here. So important news is coming to you. This, if you see also, I want to mention this also, if you are in a change of path of your life and something happens to you or something, you see a sign, for instance, you're on the road and you're going somewhere to some event and you notice something on a billboard or something on the road and you think, would this be a sign, a positive sign? Probably it is. So this is what we are seeing here. It's like we are seeing signs that are guiding us. If not so, you will receive a message from guidance, maybe because of your religion, maybe because of your spirituality, maybe because of that. It's like here, an important news is coming to us here. It will be significant here for your affairs. For some people also, I want to mention this order, but it will not apply on everybody. This is that we could receive a message from that somebody is passed away here. This is sometimes also, but not always, but I just want to mention this also. We could receive here some arbitrary here with this card combination, because this is literally that we go, that we receive the news and we go to the cemetery. But I just mentioned this here, but it will not apply on everybody, of course. Also, this points to that certain people, we need to be careful with indoctrination. If there is indoctrination in our life from media, from people who try to pressure us, we need to be careful here, not to be indoctrinated. If you have a different point of view, sometimes different is not necessarily a bad thing. So here we see this again here. Communication could be very hard put upon you here, especially if you don't agree with it here. You feel a pressure about to talk about certain things. It's like people, they want you to talk, but you say, no, I don't want to talk. And they keep pressuring you. They keep pressuring you. This is what we are seeing here. We suffer here. I just see if I can add something here. Then we have the cross and the garden. Yeah, the job is good for us, but maybe we are out of it. Maybe we have outgrown it here. This is what we are seeing here. Public pressure here we see again here. Cannot add too much here. I just go in the other cross. The child, the cross and the clouds. This combination here, I mentioned this earlier, and it's the third time it comes back. So here we see that you go in a next level of consciousness. A lot of people will go in a different consciousness. People are realizing that there is something more, and they realize things. And this is like we freshen up our attitude and we freshen up our content. We come in the next level here. We are growing up, we are maturing, we see things more clearly. We have assimilated important lessons that we are about to express here now. This is what we are seeing here. It might not be easy because people might understand your intentions. This is what we are seeing here, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. So this is what we are seeing here, or it's negative. Again, here we see that our children could be under certain pressure here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this points that that we need to pay attention to our child. Maybe we need to put more attention in our child. Even though our child could be distant, because it's growing up, we need to try here to give it enough attention. This is what we are seeing here also. Or our creative projects. Don't let linger your creative projects, that also. Then we have the cross and the clouds here. You could, if you're in meditation, if you're praying, you could receive deep messages from your subconscious. Something I mentioned the childhood before, but there could be some buried memories coming up to us. This is what we are seeing here. It might not be the comfortable thing that is overcoming you, but it will give you different point of views. This is what we are seeing here. There could be some confusions coming up in you here. It's possible also that we like for instance, if you are in a community, a spiritual or a religious community, you go to the spiritual leader of the community and you are willing to talk to that person about certain problems, about certain dogmas. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We could upset about this whole thing, that we are experiencing here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also it points that there's a lot of pressure put up on our mind and we suffer because of this. Sometimes it could make us scared. This experience that is about to come, this religious subconscious message that is coming to us, it could make us frightened. It could make us scared. And this is probably about to happen in the weeks to come. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of purpose. Sometimes also, if you feel like you have a cough or something, take care of the cough. Don't let it linger. Take some medication for a cough here that we are seeing here. For instance, if you feel like you have bronchitis or something like that, attend it. If you cough in a way here, take medication. I'm not talking about here obligated medication or things that are put upon us from governments. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking here, if you have a normal cold or so, you need to attend it here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It could be something like bronchitis or something that we are seeing here in your chest area here that we are seeing here. We need to attend that so we don't become chronic. This is what we are seeing here. If we are confronted with a certain religious or spiritual person, maybe the leader of a church, and we do some kind of conversation with them, and you talk to this person, you could have the feeling that this person is not on your level, because things have happened to you, you are suffering, and your level, your conscious level is raised up. And this person could tell you something and you could think, I'm not going to go into this because this person is in a different place. This one is not, this woman or this man, this responsible for this community or this religion or this spirituality, he's not on my level. And you might not go into it. This is what we are seeing here. And here it's like we are hiding how smart we are, how intellectual we are. And this person says like this and like that, and you say, okay, but actually you're thinking something totally different. And this could have consequences, especially with Venus here. You will cover it up. You will cover it up. You will not agree, but maybe you don't go into it just for the sake of harmony. But you will think something, but it could have consequences. That's not what I'm saying here. But this could happen also to you here. It's like you're educated here. You educate yourself in secrecy here. Some of you also will have a more philosophical approach. This is what we are seeing here. And you might search for solutions in philosophy, in spirituality, but some of these gurus, teachers, priests might not be on your level. This is what we are seeing here. There's something dubious there going on here. If you are confronted with a law, governmental connections, there could be some confusion also, but we saw that already earlier. You will doubt some people in charge, their intentions. This is what we are seeing. We see this here again here with this combination here. It's like you experience these people as they cannot see clear. You think to yourself, you just say yes, but you think, are these people, their eyes clouded, or what is this? It's like they have clouds in your eyes, and you think to yourself, but there is something going on. And they give you another message, and it make you search you more. This is deeper. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. But it could not be easy because your way of thinking is different than the other one. What we see here more. There's pressure, but we already saw this here. You need to keep your focus. here it's very important if we have the feeling that we have confused, pressured, it's very important here with the clouds, we need to keep our focus. So if you are in confusing situations, later on you will be able to cut them off, but you need to keep your focus. Focusing your mind is the only, is the logical thing to do, to say it like that. So if you focus your mind, you will be more easy getting it out. So Leo, it's not an easy reading that we are having, but sometimes it's like that. I just follow the cards here. Anyway, I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. If you're interested in more financial card readings or earthly card readings, we do those also. You can check the financial philosophical card readings. And of course, we do then the very spiritual card readings with 3 cards. They are short readings, but you can get a lot of information, especially if things are unclear. Maybe you can add some information. If you put the 3 together, the 3 readings that I do each month, you can get a better overview. Anyway, for those who kept up with me until the end, thank you for doing so. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye-bye.